Hi guys, welcome back. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to do a super extra brown eyeshadow look. I'm hoping that it turns out like what I have in mind. And for today's tutorial, I'm going to be using for the first time on camera the Dose of Colors Baked Browns eyeshadow palette. And this one is just a little palette full of nothing but matte colors in here, matte browns. You have one shade that's like super light. I'll be using that one to probably set my base. And then for the first time, I'm going to use the Stila Liquid Shimmering Eyeshadow. This one's in the color Twig. I recently got this in my Sephora VIB haul, so I'm excited to try this color. I've already used the pink one. Now I want to try the brown one. One thing I want to tell you right now is that I'm really liking my eyebrows. Just to give you a little update, I bought the Sephora. I bought the Anastasia brush. Remember in my Sephora recommendations video, I showed you guys I know this is like completely off topic, but I showed you the 7B brush. But now what I have been using is this one, because I told you guys that this one has like this little gap. It's still there, like I don't know if you can see it, but it has like this little gap in the center. I can never get it to completely go away. It'll go away for like a little bit while I use it, and then it comes back, and sometimes it'll go back open while I'm using it, so it messes up what I'm trying to do. So I was forced to get this one because this one wasn't on the site whenever I bought my things, and it makes my hair strokes look like real hair strokes in the center. I like it better for the center, not so much for the outside, because I feel like it takes a while, and it's just like the angle of it, or maybe it's the how thick it is or how thin it is, that it takes me forever to do the outside part. But for the little hairs, it makes them look like real thick hairs. So now it looks like I have a thick eyebrow all the way across, instead of like the little bitty lines that I used to have, which I liked it. Like I liked the way that that looked, but now that I have this little brush and it makes my eyebrows look like this, like they look pretty thick in the center, I'm liking it so far. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you even notice a difference with my brows. But anyways, that's a brow update on that brush that I had got, and I told you guys that I was hoping that it worked out for me. So anyways, I'm gonna start off with the eyes, and I already have my primer, which is my concealer, my beauty blender, and just blend that out first. I want it to be really brown, so we'll see what happens. I kind of want it to be like a warm brown, but whatever turns out, as long as it's brown, that's what I'm going to be happy with. But I am going to try to make it like a warm brown. So the color that I'm going to use is this one right here, and that one is called Cherry Wood, which it looks like a really pretty brown. And I'm going to use the JH30 brush and apply this all over. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to set my eyeshadow first, because I'm gonna do it that way. So I'm going to use the light color right here. I'm just going to set my concealer with it all the way up to my eyebrow. Now I'm gonna take the brush, I already have the product on there, and I'm just gonna start right here on the bottom, and I'm just gonna go back and forth slowly, and then I'm gonna build up the color. I really want this look to be more like on the warm side, so I'm gonna build it up quite a bit. I want it to be from the center of the eye all the way to the outside. And then I think I want like the shimmer shade to be like almost all the way across the eyelid. I think that would look really pretty. So hopefully it'll look nice. The thing that happens with that though is that since I don't have that much of an eyelid space, my whole matte eyeshadow gets covered up. So yeah, I've tried it before, but it doesn't always work out. So it just always depends. Always depends. Okay, I'm not gonna go any higher because I feel like I'm going a little too high, so I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm just gonna blend it though. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit more. You don't need that much eyeshadow, and then just keep this lower. I feel like I haven't used color in a long time. I have, but not like I used to, like bright colors or anything like that. Just like I kind of have used color, but not that much like I used to, I guess, because I am feeling the whole fall eyeshadow looks. Like I love those too. I love the colors. I like the browns, the burgundies, you know, the purples, all of that. Actually, let me finish this eye. I still feel like there's some areas that I need to apply this. So I feel like some spots, like you can see a little bit of my wrinkles. Like it's kind of patchy on those spots. So let me go over that. It's like a little bit like my wrinkles there. And I'm really going in. I mean, it doesn't always happen with a lot of eyeshadows. I know that my eyelids are not like super smooth, but it doesn't always happen with all the eyeshadows. Okay, well, that's probably gonna get covered up with the eyeshadow anyways, but still, that way you know what is happening a little bit. And remember, I did set it this time, so it's not like I have a wet base. A wet base. Why am I saying it weird? A wet base. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the dark brown right over here, the last one. That one's called Rock Bottom. And I'm gonna use the JH40 and I'm gonna concentrate this color on the crease and really intensify that all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner. I'm not gonna go up too high with it. I just want this one to look really intense. Right above where I'm gonna apply the liquid eyeshadow. Just right there. And I'm gonna take the fluffy brush and blend towards the top just so that there is no harsh line there. You know what palettes I need to use? I need to use the Pat McGrath palettes. I have them. I haven't done any tutorials with them. So I need to do a lot of tutorials on different palettes. I'm like really excited about all of them, but I can't use them all in one day. So, okay. So there you go. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. I think that that's pretty brown and that's pretty warm brown, so I'm okay with this. And then I'm gonna finish the other eye. Well, actually no, I'm gonna go ahead and just complete this eye. I think that looks pretty brown, pretty warm brown. Let me go ahead and start on this eye real quick since I already know exactly what I'm gonna do. And then I think on the lower lash line, I'm gonna take a little bit of the warm brown again and just help blend that out. I think on the lower lash line, I'm gonna use just the warm brown, and I think that'll make it look like extra warm. You're probably like, what the heck? Why do you want such a warm brown look? But I haven't done one, so I wanna see how it will look and what I can come up with. Time for the liquid eyeshadow. I'm excited to try this. So I'm gonna start by applying it with the applicator that it comes with, and then if I feel like it's gonna get messy or something, I'll use my brush with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it. I'm not gonna look up because then I'll mess it up and I don't want to. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Like I said, I'm gonna try it with the applicator first, and then if I see that I can't get in some little areas, I'll grab my brush. Oh my god, this is such a pretty brown eyeshadow, like a liquid eyeshadow. I'm just gonna go all the way around. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need my brush for this. I think this is fine. And I'm gonna wait for it to dry before I look up. But that is so pretty. It's really opaque. It looks super brown and it doesn't look see-through, you know? I'm really happy with that. I think this would be a pretty look for like the holidays, you know? It's almost Thanksgiving. It's like super close. It's going by pretty quickly. Look at how nice that looks. I think this would be a very pretty look for that. Super warm, brown, Thanksgiving-ish. Even though you're probably just gonna be like at someone's house, but you can still look cute with some shimmer on your eye. Yeah, that looks good. And all I did was use the applicator, so that was super easy. I almost looked up, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, and then once I feel like it's not wet anymore, I'll come back. Okay, so there we go, completely dry. It looks so good. I'm so happy with the way that it looks. Really happy with it. Okay, so I'm gonna do the lower lash line, and I'm gonna use the brush that comes with the little palette, and I'm gonna use the warm brown. Again, I'm gonna use Cherry Wood, and I'm gonna use the fluffy side over here, which is actually not bad. I used it for one of the palettes, the Snow Angels, and it worked really good for the lower lash line. It's like pretty small, but it picks up a lot of color. You see, super easy. And I just want it to be warm brown all the way around. I know probably at first I'm gonna look a little crazy, but I'm gonna clean it up with my foundation, with my concealer and stuff like that. So I think it'll look good later. I feel like I need to blend out like this little edge here, so I'm gonna go over it with this blending brush. And I'm going to take a little bit more of the warm brown and go over that because I feel like there's a line there. I did get fallout from pretty much every single shade. I'm just going to remove it. I feel like there's a line here. I don't know. Can you see a line, or is it just me? I'll go over that later and see if I see it differently. But to me, it looks like there's like this line right there. I don't know. Maybe it's like a little patch. It's not like grabbing the color. I'm going to use my face serum, and I told you, right, I already learned how to open it, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of this. I already applied this earlier, but I feel like I need a little bit more. And I'm gonna spray my little Tatcha spray on my beauty blender and just apply it on my face. Then for foundation today, I'm gonna use the Maybelline 24 Hour Super Stay Foundation. And I'm gonna apply it with my beauty blender. This is a really full coverage foundation. All right. So now I just have like this little part in the center that I'm gonna get to right now with the brush, because then I'm gonna mess up my brows with the Beauty Blender. I'm gonna take this flat brush, get a little bit more foundation, take this flat brush and go over my brows. So that way I can make sure I have foundation like everywhere, or else I'll leave like my skin showing through. Because I mean, I can get close to my brows with the Beauty Blender, but sometimes I'll get foundation on my brows and then I have to go over them. And yeah. So now I'm just going to blend the edges out with my Beauty Blender. And that's easier because I don't have to get super close to my brow. And then with the corner, I'm going to just blend this inside. Now I still look a little crazy because the bottom of my eyes makes it look like, you know, kind of crazy. Where's my concealer? But I'm going to go ahead and clean it up with concealer. I'm not going to get super close because I do want the bottom to like stay brown, but I do need to clean it up. So I'm using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. Another good concealer, drugstore. Love it. It gives me a nice full coverage. It blends out really easily. And now I'm going to clean up my eyeshadow down here. And if you get a little bit on your eyeshadow, you can always add more, but I try not to. But I do want it to show up because I want it to look brown under there too. So yeah, I got my concealer a little too close right there. So I'm going to take the brush that I was using for it, but I'm going to use the other side because it's a little thinner. And I don't want to like get it messy again. So there, I feel like that's like a super easy look. I only used 2 colors, well 3 because I set my concealer. But 2 colors for the eyeshadow look, and it's like super easy. And then what makes it look glam, it's the liquid eyeshadow, which to me looks so pretty. I am loving it. It's like I didn't even apply a lot. It's not a thick layer, it's not creasing, it's not doing anything crazy. And then to bake, I'm gonna do some baking. I'm gonna use the CoverGirl loose powder. I'm gonna take it with my damp Beauty Blender and I'm gonna leave it on there for a bit. Also haven't done baking in a while. I've been just applying it with my brush and then I just brush it off pretty quickly. But today I want that full glam look. I'm gonna apply this all over my nose. I'm gonna take some of that same powder and set my foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna let that be there for a little while I bake. And today I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild contour palette using my favorite side. I used to like the other one, but now I ran out. But this is the contour shade. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques brush. This one is the contour brush. Isn't that such a pretty contour? Like, I really like this powder. I'm gonna go all the way around to my forehead. This is the Tutti Frutti Pineapple Sun, and I'm gonna use this side over here, and hopefully this gives me like that bronzy look that I'm going for. If it doesn't, I'll get something else, but I think this one will do. It's like pretty glowy, and it's very pretty. Yeah, I think this looks good. I'm gonna take off the nose part. I'm gonna add a little bit of bronzer there, and I'm gonna go ahead and just take off the under eye. And I'm gonna use the same bronzer brush and just go over on the sides. Not like super precise, but I do want it to look pretty bronzy because it was like super white there. Oh, I was gonna use this one for blush. This is the LA Girl blush. This is in the color Just Playful, which is very beautiful, but I changed my mind. Right now I feel like I want something more peachy. I thought I had more peachy blushes, but apparently I don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use this one right here. I was thinking I wanted something like that one, like just like a light pink that goes with pretty much everything. But now that I see the look, I think it'll look even better with something more warm or more peachy. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. More orangey, that's what I mean. Okay, so I found this one that's the closest to brown that I have. This one's by Pixi. It is called Matte Mulberry. And there it is right there. Kind of swatched it on my hand to look at it. But yeah, this is the... I don't want to use black. I just wanted to use something as similar as possible to my eyeshadow look. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this on my waterline only. Maybe I should have sharpened it, but it's okay. So there, that way it doesn't look like black on my waterline and it looks a little too harsh. So yeah, this one was perfect. It like really goes with the eye look. Everything is just brown. So now I'm gonna curl my eyelashes a lot. Like, I'm gonna make sure that they're really curled, so that way I can apply my mascara and I'm not gonna do any falsies or anything. Sometimes I'm afraid that by putting so much pressure on this that I'm gonna accidentally like move my hand and all of my eyelashes are gonna come with me. And then for mascara, I'm going to use the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. And I'm going to take my time and I'm going to apply this from the root all the way out. Because like I said, I'm not going to apply falsies. So I do want them to show up. I have a very dark look. So I want to make sure you can see my lashes. Do you guys have these Dose of Color palettes? Like, I'm wondering, because I know they're not super new. I know the Vault was new and these palettes are new to me, but I don't know if you guys like actually have them or like them or use them or are considering buying them. The Vault is not available on Ulta anymore. It's only available on the Dose of Color website, which I actually ordered the Mickey Mouse collection. I haven't gotten any tracking information yet, but I'm hoping that it comes soon, before Thanksgiving. Right now we're staying close to where my husband is working, and this is where I'm getting my packages at. So if it's not here before Thanksgiving, because we're gonna go back home, I'm gonna have to wait until after Thanksgiving to do that video, because I don't know when it's gonna get here. And I didn't think it was gonna take long for me to get tracking info. Like, I ordered it on the same day that it came out. I was like, oh, I hope they like ship it pretty quickly, but I don't know what's gonna happen now. So let me know. I mean, I'm gonna do a video on it, but let me know if you were thinking about getting the Mickey Mouse collection. I thought it was super cute. I know a lot of people felt like it was kind of simple and it needed more colorfulness because it's Mickey Mouse. But I'm okay with it. I think it was cute. It's just like neutral tones. It has like this almost reddish shade in there. And then the lipsticks, those were the ones that looked really pretty. So I'm gonna show you a video on that collection, but like I said, I don't know if it's gonna be before or after Thanksgiving. It just depends on whenever I get the package. I haven't gotten anything except for a confirmation email, so I hope it's fast. I think one of the problems that I have is not taking my time with my eyelashes, which is why I never really cared for like making them look like I actually have some. Because I'm sure like a lot of mascaras will work. It's just that you have to take your time with them. And usually I just like, oh, let me apply one layer because I'm gonna apply falsies, you know, super quick. And my lower lashes are not very hard because they're kind of long. My lower lashes, I wish they were on top. I guess I just never really took my time. But the end result is good, you know, because I don't have to worry about having a falsie coming unstuck. And I think just like this, it looks really pretty just with my my natural eyelashes. So there we go. Well, I wish my camera didn't cut me off. A few coats of mascara. Looks so good. I'm so happy with how brown it looks. It's exactly what I was hoping for. I think this is the highlight I grabbed, so I'm just gonna use this one. Yeah, I think this is the one that I plan to use. This one is the same one from this palette. This is such a good palette. You need to try it if you haven't swatched this. Try it. You'll like the highlight and the bronzer. I think it's really nice. I'm gonna apply this everywhere. This is a really glowy highlighter. I really like it. And I'm gonna do my nose. I'm gonna do a glowy nose, and also on my cupid's bow. Now I'm gonna need to find like the perfect lip color for this look. I have no idea. I don't want to do nude because that's gonna take away from like the brown, chocolatey brown look. So I'm gonna look for one. I think I have a brown one that I think will look good, so let me grab it. So I found some browns. I don't have that many browns. I just realized, where are my chocolatey browns? Not here, not in this makeup collection. So I'm gonna swatch them. I'll see which one looks better. I thought this one was gonna be good, but I don't know. I hope so. This is the one that I was thinking might be good because this is the chocolatey brown. So this one is by Fenty Beauty. This one's called Unveil. You see how beautiful this is, but I don't know if it goes with, oh, it does. I think it will look good. So there's that one, and then I have this one by MAC and Patrick Starr, which is more of like a nude, but it's still brown. Yeah, that one would look good too, right? It looks more like the color that I have on the outside. Maybe I can mix them, put that one in the center. And then I have Aesthetic by Dose of Colors, and that one is also very warm. Looks kind of like what I have on the outside too. First I'm gonna do a lip liner, and it's more of a nude, but I still want to use it. Because I don't have a brown lip liner. I've been liking wearing lip liner because it's been helping, so I like it. Looks good. Okay, so now I'm gonna apply the lipstick. If it doesn't look good with this dark of a brown, then I'll switch it, but I think it'll look fine. Maybe. I don't know, what do you guys think? It's kind of a little bit too dark, right? Maybe a little bit. So let me try. It doesn't look bad though. I mean, it looks good. Nah, that looks pretty good. Still, let me try this one. I wish you could tell me, but let me try this one right in the center. It'll kind of give me like a highlighted effect, but it won't be as dark as this, even though this doesn't look bad. I like it, but I'm gonna give it some dimension with this one in the center. Or does this make me look like chola? No, I don't think so. I think maybe a little chola, but still a little fallish, right? Chola and fallish mix. Okay, so I'm keeping it. I'm keeping the lips. I like the way that it looks, so I feel like everything looks kind of matchy and so cute. I don't know, I'm very happy with the way that it turned out. I hope you guys liked it too. I'm pretty happy with the palette and the way that it performs, but I do feel like it takes a little bit of time to blend them out. It's just not as super easy. You just kind of have to work with it. I mean, you saw the tutorial, so you kind of get an idea. And yeah, I'm also super happy with this one because the ones that I had tried before that have the actual glitter in it, I don't know, I wasn't just a big fan of those. I don't feel like they really worked. I tried them last year, their little gift set, and yeah, I just don't feel like they're that great. But these, with just shimmer, so far are so good because I've already tried both, well, two. The pink one that I had in a previous look and now this one, and it looks so good. This one I cannot see any creasing, nowhere on my wrinkles because I do have hooded eyes, but nowhere on my wrinkles. Everything looks so good and even. I'm super happy with the way that the look turned out. I hope you guys liked it. If you do something similar, I would love to see it. Show me. I do have an Instagram. You can tag me on there. And I actually do have a few posts on my little thank you tab on my Instagram of you guys that recreate my tutorials. I post them, I repost them on my Instagram stories. And I have a little thank you tab on my bio that you can check out other people who have recreated my looks. And I get super excited because to me it's like, you liked my video enough, you took the time to recreate it, and it makes me so happy whenever I see what y'all come up with using just my video for inspiration, and it makes me super happy. So thank you a lot if you do decide to do that. And yeah, that is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching another one. I will see you in my next one. Bye.